morning, traders, and welcome to another edition of CTFX Market Reviews, where we just have a look and see what's happening on the markets today, and also probably a position that I'm in. But before we get to that, I want to talk to you guys about today's specifically. Okay, if I go to my Forex Factory calendar, which is forexfactory.com, this gives you all the fundamental news for the day. Basically, what this does is causes volatility in the market. Lots of moves, lots of spikes, lots of ranging positions. So I'd be very careful to trade today if I was actually trading live. For most of the new students or most of the guys that aren't complete with the course yet, I'd suggest you just sort of take positions that aren't too risky in terms of your capital. So if you are in some positions today or planning on taking positions today, have a look at what the Forex calendar says. For example, let me show you. Today it's already it's almost 9 a.m. Swiss franc's about to release some news, but it's not that heavy. As long as it's not a red folder, then you know it's not heavy news. Basically, yellow, orange, and red. Orange is a very weak color in terms of the folders and fundamentals. It's basically not going to push the market that much. Yellow, there might be a little bit of a nudge, but red is the one that you want to basically prepare for. Okay, so regardless of the red, the yellow and the orange folders are basically news releases for that specific currency, and it does tend to have an impact on the specific pair that you're trading. So you know, you could have a bit of a spike and then it just continues back into whatever trend it's going, or it could just like not do anything. All right, so your red folders are the ones that you want to be aware of, because that actually changes the game in the market, specifically for the actual currency that we're looking at. So GBP PMI, which is released at 11:30, you'll find there's a lot of sort of consolidation areas on the actual charts before a decent or big news release like the red folders. All right, so look out for that, guys. This could cause a lot of shakiness on the market, and lots of currency pairs are basically moved by the GBP specifically and the USD. Right, so we got 5:30 p.m. USD over here. USD dominates the market in terms of the currency pairs. All currencies compete against the US dollar. So whatever the US dollar movements, whatever movements occurs in the US dollar, you can more than likely see the changes or the actual volatility on the entire market. All right, so be careful for this, guys. If you're not on the right side of the railway line, so to speak, if you're going long and you're supposed to be going short, then I suggest you close that. If you're going short and you're supposed to be going long, I suggest you close that too. So reevaluate your position, reevaluate your technicals. Sometimes, specifically in times like this, the market tends to disrespect our technical analysis, and we could actually go in the other direction or the opposite direction, but not entirely changing the flow of the market in terms of changing the flow of the currency pair. If our technical analysis are accurate as we are taught in our classes, then we have nothing to worry about apart from risk management. So just be careful with that, guys. The other thing is, I want to mention that it is NFP week, non-farm payroll releases, right? So the non-farm payroll releases basically practically places the currency pairs in a position in terms of direction for the month. Okay, so if we look at our charts, I'm currently in a position here of with Euro-US dollar. Okay, and if I expand my chart a little bit more, you can see I'm in a bit of a negative right now, but my technicals are basically going to be determining which direction my pair is going to go, and my bias is basically down to this area over here, which if you guys have done the course, you would notice there's a very common pattern occurring, basically signaling a decent reversal in this specifically Euro-US dollar. So if you understand what I'm looking at, you'll know what I'm saying. So I will just basically keep an eye on this pair at the moment. As you can see, my stop loss is set to $150 over there, so if it does decide to move up, it won't go any further than that. and if it does drop at some point, which I'm anticipating, then we're looking at about $350 or 340, so to speak. So that's basically my area of focus today. As you can see, there's a lot of volatility. It's going up and down, up and down, and that's purely because there's so much news today, and the market is, or lots of buyers and sellers are a bit confused as to what they should do, especially the retail traders. All right, so that's my take on today, guys. That's my take on the rest of the week. I'm going to be very careful taking positions this week, so bear with me until Friday. Friday, when the actual news is released, I will assume a position. Where's my news calendar? I will assume a position, and that should determine when or which direction the market decides to go. All right, guys. So guys, have a look at the news releases. Be very careful as to what you plan on trading this week, and if you're not very sure, I suggest you just stay out and monitor the markets. The markets are not going anywhere, guys. You can trade all the time, every day, but you don't need to trade all the time, every day. Okay, there's no need for anyone to actually trade every day. All right, because you actually, what happens is you start seeing things that aren't really there because you're so focused on what's going on in front of you all the time, and you miss the bigger picture, and you tend to make mistakes that could have been prevented and save you money instead of losing it. All right, guys, so that's my tips for the week, or that's my outlook for the rest of this beginning of the new month, and up until Friday, when some big news releases will occur and should shape up basically the charts for the following week. All right, so keep an eye, guys. Safe trading. Don't get too caught up in any one trade. If you're not feeling right about that trade, just close it off. Rather take a small loss than risking your entire account. Okay, guys, we'll chat possibly tomorrow. If I see some decent or easy moves, I will get into position to take it. I'm not saying jump into this move over here in terms of euro US dollar, but just keep an eye on it, and keep your stop losses in place, and just prepare for anything, basically. Alright, guys, so we'll chat probably tomorrow, if not Friday morning, in terms of the big major news releases on Friday. Alright, I'll speak to you soon, guys. Safe trading. Right, welcome back again, traders. Just to give you an update on that Euro USD pair, as you can see, we're well into profit over here, and the pair has actually done exactly what we anticipated over here. So you should be well in profit now, all the students that are in my group, and hopefully I will be seeing my take profit area over here pretty soon if things continue to go as planned. Guys, just a side note, okay, I set my take profits according to my personal judgment. It doesn't specifically mean that I wait for it to reach that point. If it does, then by all means I anticipate and accept it as it comes along. That doesn't mean that you guys have to religiously wait for it to go into that specific level as I anticipate. Okay, so if you 15 or 20 pips into profit, or 40 pips in profit, whatever the case may be, and your account's looking decent, by all means close it off. You don't necessarily have to wait for it to excuse me, to actually go into that specific take profit area that I anticipate, because at this point the market will just hang around in this area over here. It might just go back up, and it will eventually go to my take profit area. It depends on your patience in the game, because remember, this particular business is about patience as well. So if I anticipate it moving down to this level over here, it more than likely would. But if I don't feel that something's not gelling with my analysis, or something just doesn't feel right, I generally just close off the trade in profit and I move on. All right, so please, guys, don't try to set your take profits to the areas that I anticipate, because sometimes it might not even go there immediately. Sometimes it might take a day or two. Sometimes it might just go there immediately. You with me? So try to keep an eye on your take profits. Use good judgment. Go based on your analysis, and just take precautions. So if you are in profit from my calls in the morning, then by all means take it. Don't wait for it to reach my specific take profit area, because I might just leave it there for the day. I might just close it, when I initially release the result video, which is this, it generally means that, right guys, it's good to take profits now, or just close it off in profit, or whatever the case may be. Just don't leave it in for the sake of my video. All right, because I might just be wrong there. You know, this is not a game of perfection, this is a game of accuracy. So it tests your accuracy skills in the sense of your sort of recognition of what you basically learned in the trading classes. All right guys, so please just take initiative on some of these things, guys. You don't have to religiously keep your profits in until my anticipated take profit area. Take some initiative and just close it off in profit. If you're happy with that, find the next trade, enjoy the day, and that's about it. All right guys, like I said, if I don't speak to you tomorrow, probably Friday, when the big news releases will come through, and I'll have a look and see what potentially profitable trades they are to take. And as I said before, a week before NFP is not usually the best week to trade. As you can see, my risk is very sort of you know, precautionary at the moment. So until next week, when the markets actually stabilize again and everything goes back to normal, that's when I'll be taking riskier trades. All right, okay guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and for the students, keep practicing, and if you have any questions, just give me a shout. And for the new guys that aren't in our classes yet, please try and get involved if you're keen to make profits like these daily with us, like myself and most of my students. And get involved with CTFX, get online, sign up for the free course that's online at the moment, and yeah, just let it spark some fire so that you can actually get involved and make some money like we do every day. All right, thanks a lot guys for listening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow, if not Friday, and safe trading.